look like you don't want to really share that with us
Well,
today.
I'm trying to actually find the right words to describe without getting myself into any trouble. Okay. Because you know that the film, basically, we all know it's called Lust Stories, so of course the film is about love and lust. And I think excitingly, we all decided on this theme together and thought that all the directors would have an individual interpretation of love and lust. So I think invariably when you're given the choice of love and lust, most sensible people will choose lust. Only because it's infinitely more exciting than love is. It's the more popular four-letter word to live a life by, and I think that's what we all chose in a certain sense of the word. But there is embedded love in that lust, and my film is about seeking pleasure, and it's also about the fact that it's just not a man's right to pleasure, it's also a woman's right to pleasure. And if you want to read between the lines or between the sheets, I'm totally giving you the onus to do that.
Well, for starters, good evening, everybody. When I got a call from Zoya, I was literally jumping in my bed because she's been on my wish list for the longest time. Wow. I was so excited, and then she shared the story with me, and I was like, oh my God, I just have to do this. Because I'm constantly looking for newer characters, newer stories, newer emotions to feel, newer boundaries to break, and the story did it all. It speaks a lot about so many biases that we have, and we don't even know they exist because we just look through them and walk on with life. And Zoya in the story, in a very, very sweet and nice way, has sort of highlighted that. And yeah, I hope that whenever you guys watch the film, you love it, because we loved making it.
Amazing. जहाँ तक मुझे याद है जब दिवाकर सर ने मुझे वो कहानी सुनाई थी तो मुझे उस कहानी के कैरेक्टर्स से प्यार हुआ पहली बात because they are so amazing in terms of what they show, what they conceal, and उनको उनकी लाइफ की जो छोटे छोटे उतार चढ़ाव हैं they were so amazing, and always been fan to his stories and his storytelling, and the relationship I have in the film with Sanjay sir. It's amazing because we have seen this, we have talked about these relationships in literature and everything, but on screen it's going to be great, it's going to be amazing.
Like.
Good evening, everyone. For me, first of all, I'd like to tell you that when I got a call from Devgan that he wants me to be part of the film, I felt now I've become a complete actor. A director like Devgan has asked me to be part of his film. So for me, this journey, it couldn't have been better. They say, you are part of big commercial successes and you've been part of a lot of commercial films and this and that, but to work in a film where this kind of workshop Devgan made us do, it was a complete honor to be part of this film. And I'm so glad it's releasing on Netflix, because for me, I feel the world will see this film now. It's releasing on the 15th of June in 190 countries. For me, I feel this is a big, big platform for all of us, and especially for me. So for me, it's a big honor.
No, I definitely, I believe that the film is definitely pushing some boundaries, but I would be happy to do the same even in film. And just because it's called love stories, it doesn't mean that it's, it's got like overt amount of sex scenes, or, it's got something that is out there and in your face. No, they're very emotional stories, and they're deep stories, and lust is a deep emotion, pun not intended. And it is something that we have all tackled with in our own way, in our own syntax. And of course, we've seen much more, even in mainstream cinema, more explicit moments, more out there moments than perhaps you may even find in lust stories. But you will find a beating heart within that lust, and I think that's the USP of all our narratives.
So I really don't, I think all film directors manage to find their own freedom within the system that they operate in. So this is not really about the freedom of the directors. I feel this is about the freedom of the audience. You see, what happens is that, what is freedom? Freedom is what? Choice, right? अगर choice नहीं है, तो freedom is a theoretical discussion. So this is a choice, and that is the freedom that the audience has, so that once in a while or every once in a while, if you want an experience which you want to enjoy on your own, very intimate, with yourself, with a few people, this is that choice. And as long as you have that choice, this is freedom. So this is good. This should be the way things are.
See, I think it's a platform which is very global. आप जो देख रहे हैं यहाँ, the main point is we are working very hard. We've been trying for 100 years to do crossover cinema. I think for the first time, many people will have an opportunity to actually even experiment and do crossover cinema, because it's very difficult to do that. Because you've got an audience that you can cater to around the world, not just Indians and South Asians, but everywhere else. A digital platform, rural में, it's going to take its time. But if you look at it, जो यहाँ cinema की footprint भी होगी, today in our cinemas, the problem is 60% of our box office comes from Bombay and Delhi. So if you take that into perspective, and 10 years back that's been the case, and now it's become 60%, it might become 50%. So you've got two territories, two urban territories, that is constituting of the box office. So actually the digital platform has more scope to spread out than even cinema can over a period of time. And I think this is all about it being jointly done, not one versus the other, ever.
I mean, you're serious. Was that like a serious question, sir? I really need to know that.
What's your
if it's a
response?
funny question, you deserve the laughter that surrounds you. Because otherwise it's just a... Of course not. Salman Khan is on a different platform. He is the big master of mainstream cinema. Race is going to be a humongous film. It's a franchise film. It's a totally different film with a totally different syntax. We're not competing, fighting. हमें वो औकात ही नहीं है to fight with Salman Khan or Race. We are actually very happy for filmmakers who have made a tiny little film, which we are very gratified to Netflix for, who have accepted our film with open arms. And we are not competing with anyone. We don't have the right to compete with the magnitude of Salman Khan. I mean, Race is like, I'll probably be going to see Race on the 15th and not Love Stories. I mean, मैं बिल्कुल सहमत हूँ एक्चुअली जोया से कि हम ऐसी भावना है, लस्ट ऐसी एक भावना है जिसे हम बुरी नज़र से देखते हैं, क्योंकि उसका इस्तेमाल बहुत बुरी तरह किया गया है बड़े पर्दे पे और बहुत ऐसे दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म से बुरी तरह, विदाउट एनी सेंसिटिविटी. और ऐसी इनसेंसिटिविटी कभी-कभी उसके बहुत ही रेपरकशंस हो सकते हैं हमारे देश में, हमारे समाज में. उसका असर बहुत बुरा होता है. लेकिन सेंसिटिवली कोई लस्ट या हवस की भावना को कभी बड़े पर्दे या छोटे पर्दे पे नहीं दिखाता. सेंसिटिवली अगर आप उस भावना को दिखाओ तो वो भी एक भावना ही है. जैसा इश्क है वैसा हवस है, दोनों हो सकते हैं, कोएग्जिस्ट भी कर सकते हैं. लेकिन बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि उसका इस्तेमाल, जैसे मैंने कहा, बुरी तरह होता है और इसीलिए उस पे बुरा असर पड़ता है समाज पे. एंड दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी ऑल फोर ऑफ अस कलेक्टिवली रियलाइज दैट हम वैसे निर्देशक हैं ही नहीं. हम उस तरह के सेंसिटिव फिल्म मेकर्स हैं. हम चाहे अच्छी कहानी बनाएं या बुरी कहानी, अच्छी फिल्म बनाएं बुरी कहानी, लेकिन इनसेंसिटिविटी कभी नहीं दर्शाएंगे. हम कलेक्टिवली रिस्पॉन्सिबल बंच ऑफ फिल्म मेकर्स है, जैसे हर फिल्म मेकर को होना चाहिए. तो हमने ये जो भावना दिखाई है, एक इस भावना को दर्जा दिया है, उसका सही इस्तेमाल किया है और इश्क का दर्जा दिया है हमने, क्योंकि इश्क का दर्जा हवस को भी दे देनी चाहिए हम सबको. बिकॉज इट्स ऑल्सो एन इमोशन, इट्स अ फीलिंग, इट्स एन इंस्टिंक्ट यू हैव. लस्ट कैन नॉट बी always gazed upon with negativity. It's a bona fide emotion within you and you must respect it.